Hi, OJ. Before you become a delivery guy, listen closely. What might seem like a routine shift can plunge you into a realm of terror you'd never imagined. I am about to share a confession of one night, a night when a simple delivery turned into a chilling encounter that reshaped my life entirely. When I first moved to the city, I was just trying to make ends meet. Small room, simple life. Delivery jobs seemed like an easy money. Weekdays were fine, but weekends, forget sleep. I usually did day shifts, but on weekends, it was all hands on deck. Night shifts paid more, and honestly, I didn't mind until that night. Our boss was very smart enough to provide 3 bikes and a car. The car was strictly for night shifts, safer, or so I thought. That night, I had one last delivery, far and too far. Google Maps was my only companion on that lonely road. Not a single soul in sight. The kind of road where you start second guessing your life choices. An hour later, I arrived. The house was in a complete darkness. If not for Google Maps, I would have never found it. It was around 11 p.m., already weird. I stepped out of the car with a food box in my hand and the phone in the other. As I reached the doorbell, the lights suddenly flicked on. Relief washed over me. Someone was home. Then a voice, a woman's voice. Who is it? Something about the way she spoke made my skin prickle. Oh, delivery, mom, I called back. Then a face, or half a face, a single white eye peeked from the darkness. Oh, Shimamed, it's really you. I forced a smile. Yes, ma'am. Here's your order. The door creaked open, just enough for her hand to reach out. She took the food, her fingers cold against mine. I had seen plenty of odd customers, but this woman, she was different. Something wasn't right. I'll get your money from upstairs, she said, voice oddly distant. Then she paused. You can come inside if you want. It was chilly outside, a bad decision, but I stepped in. The living room was a disaster, clothes everywhere, dust thick in the air, and the smell, God, the smell, like something was rotten. My eyes wandered to a set of wedding photos on the wall, clean, well kept. Unlike the rest of the house, the woman in the photo, she had a strange smile, and the man beside her, miserable. Minutes passed, too many. My patience wore thin. Just when I was about to call out, she returned in a wedding dress, torn, dusty, stinking of something foul. My stomach dropped. It's at this point that I ask that you subscribe to the channel, share a comment, or click on the like button, as that is the only way you encourage me to bring you more confessions and more stories. So please, subscribe. Let's go. Don't I look beautiful? She asked, tilting her head. The same airy smile from the photos now stretching across her face. I swallowed hard. Mom, please just pay me so I can go. She raised a skeletal hand. Here's your money. As I reached out, the cash slipped from her fingers, landing on the floor. I sighed and crouched to pick it up. And that's when I saw it. Under the couch, a body, rotten. My breath caught, my hands trembled, and my blood turned ice cold because I knew that face. It was her, the woman who had let me in. Every nerve in my body screamed, "Run, now." I looked up. She was still there, but her smile had twisted into something unnatural. A laugh, low at first, then growing, rippled through the room, a sound straight from hell. "Do I look pretty in my wedding dress?" she whispered, her voice no longer human. I screamed, bolted for the door, didn't look back except once. She was still standing there, her laughter echoing down the empty streets, clawing at my spine. I don't remember the drive home. I just remember shaking, breathless, on my bed until morning. Told my boss everything, of course. They laughed, said I was hallucinating. But when the police came, no one was laughing anymore. They found her body, 2, maybe 3 days dead, under the couch. But that wasn't the worst part. There was another body, a man, dried up corpse, tied to a chair, stabbed to death. The truth, the woman had been obsessed with her husband, possessive, paranoid. When he finally tried to leave, she dragged him, tied him up, kept him there until he died, and then, unable to live without him, she ended her own life. But somehow, her spirit wasn't done. Somehow, she was waiting for me. OJ, that was my last night shift, my last delivery. Even now, I can't shake the feeling that she wanted me to tell her story. And I just did. Father, forgive me for I've sinned. That is the next title of this confession from a Catholic priest.